What's up guys, Milenist here, back with another video. And what I would like to do with you today is some basic shapes calligraphy calligrams. Calligrams is one of my favorite things to do in calligraphy, and I wanted to show you how I do them. So let's get started. Here you can see some of the calligrams we are gonna be doing today. Simple, basic circles, triangles, squares, and a heart. The tools you're gonna be needing today for calligrams is basically a compass, a ruler, and a pencil, a dip pen with some nibs, some pilot parallel pens, some inks. I got Chinese black ink, some self-made watercolor, walnut ink, and Ecoline. So first we start by drawing the circle. We're gonna start with a circle calligram. Basically make two circles, one bigger and one smaller, and then we wanna make 8 lines. So make the circle like a pie, like here you can see. If you've never done this before, I suggest that you use more lines, more than 8, as when you're a beginner and doing a circle calligram or any other shape, it could be very hard. For this calligram I'm gonna be filling up with an alphabet from A to Z. I'm using a dip pen with a brow snip and walnut ink. If you're wondering what a calligram is a poem, phrase, or word in which the calligraphy, hand lettering, or typeface is arranged in a way that creates a visual image. The image created by the words expresses visually what the word or words say. And you can see here I could not finish the whole circle. That's the thing with calligrams, and especially with circle calligrams. It takes some tries. Sometimes it can take a lot of tries before you have just the proper size. Because it couldn't fit exactly in the circle, I'm gonna try to make the circle a bit smaller, and the guidelines, and all over again. A, B, C, D, E, E. The alphabet I'm using is some variation of Gothic fracture, I guess, with my own touch. I really love doing calligrams. This is one of my favorite things since I fell in love with calligraphy, and it's the thing I've been doing mostly till today. I love them, and there are not so many people who does them in the world, but well, let's check this again. You see? It did not fit again. I mean, it fit, but it's not really good. It's not as beautiful. Like the Z is like smashed between the X and the A. So we gotta try one more time. Yeah, what I was saying about calligrams, I love them. I think the first calligrams I saw were by Tius Wan, Pokras Lampas, and Matthias Wolski. It's when I discovered Calligraphy Calligrams. Before that, I've seen like typography calligrams, but I like them. I like them in a way, but not as much as calligraphy ones. Like with calligraphy, you can go really crazy and create some stunning calligrams. And what I love most about it is that everyone will create a different calligram. I mean, there is so many opportunities. Just in a circle calligram, just with certain alphabet, and think about other shapes or alphabets. Infinity possibilities. Here I start with a capital A, and this didn't work again. You see there was kind of no space for the Z. So try number 4. I think I'm gonna start doing less and less guidelines here. Yeah, only 4. Guidelines in a circle are something that you'll be needing when you start with calligraphy calligrams, when you're a beginner. Actually, few tries later you'll see, and this is the way I usually work. I do no guidelines. I draw just the circles, and from there on I'm just filling in, and it's all because I've done so many that I'm used to how to change the angle, when to turn the paper so the letters look correct and straight, you know. And again, no, you see, take some time just to create a whole circle calligram with an alphabet. You see, I'm not sure how many tries it took me, but we will see. By the way, you can see also that I switched to the Chinese black ink. I haven't used so many black inks. Like, I think I've been using only Ecoline, and this is pretty much the second black ink I ever bought. I'm really happy with it. All the tools you find is always linked below in the description. No, again. It could be very frustrating sometimes figuring out the exact size so your word, phrase or whatever fits exactly in the space you've prepared for it. And it can be really annoying sometimes, I'm telling you. So if you wanna do calligrams, be ready for that. If you want to create like nice products, of course. Of course you can use the first try I did and maybe still upload it and be happy with it, but I'm more of the perfectionist kind of person. And yes, here finally I managed to do up the alphabet in the space. So, and as always I finish up with a blow some ink around, just for balance. Here is cheap watercolors I found in a kind of $1 store or something like this here in Copenhagen. I never used them before. This is the first time I'm gonna be using this watercolor, and basically putting some watercolor and mixing with water. Mix it good, shake it, and you're ready to go. Of course, my first mixture, as you see here, was not so good. I was supposed to put some more color in, but I figured out that a bit later. And here we go to the second way of filling up a circle calligram. Basically, you draw the circle and you do guidelines as you see in the video, and filling up with letters. I think all the videos, the whole video which you're watching right now, it's speeded up by 1000%, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think so. It was 1000%, which means for those 20 minutes to watch, it took me maybe like 4 or 5 hours to create all the calligrams in this video, just so you have an idea of how it goes in real time. It's a bit kind of slow process sometimes, but I do enjoy it every time I do calligrams. And the thing is, once I start, I can get lost in it. I can do it for hours and hours. It's really cool. Never done a calligram before. I definitely recommend you to do one right now. Not even one, not only one, like 1, 2, 3, 10, hundreds. Do some calligrams. It's the best thing, I guess. So here I switched the pilot parallel pen, and the second circle in this way I'll be mixing the sizes of the nibs, so you can see when you play around with the same technique how different it becomes. I'll be mixing also the colors. Every time I do some calligrams, I don't follow any rules, I just experiment, try to have fun and enjoy what I'm doing. What I see very often is many people copy like calligrams of Pocras or some other artists which are more popular. Zepha, I've seen many copies of Zepha of Pocras calligrams, and I'm wondering why, guys, why do you copy those calligrams? When the opportunities for a circle calligram or for any other calligram are just endless. Here I'm gonna mix the two ways I've showed you so far. 2 layers on the sides, filling up the letters, and in the middle will be lined up, or I don't know what it's called. It's basically here I'm using some unshow alphabet right now. Make the first layer. Yeah, I'm using a napkin, thanks to Francesco Guerrera for that tip. I never used napkins before. Maybe I'm one of the messiest artists out there, but I'm learning, as you can see. Yeah, that's the both techniques mixed. In here is just experimenting, having fun. Here are some calligrams from last year. Some practice sheets which I never showed up. Yeah, as you can see, there are so many ways to have fun with them and create beautiful results. Okay, let's go to square calligrams. I think those are kind of easy, much more easier than circle calligrams, definitely. Basically, put some guidelines, or even you don't need maybe guidelines. As this is a tutorial, I'm gonna be using guidelines, but comes a time when you can have much more fun if you don't put the guidelines. But that comes with the time. For now, on basic level, basic shapes, use guidelines. Also, I wanna take a few moments to speak about the donation which I announced yesterday in one of the videos. I ask you guys for $1 or $2 if you can help me, because I have no computer right now. And actually, after putting up this calligram video, there will be 2 more videos, and again I have to give back the computer which I'm using. So I wanted to take a moment to speak a bit more about that. Basically, my goal is $2,000. I need $2,000, guys. I know it might sound a lot, but I need a good computer because I'm video editing a lot, and in order to bring you daily inspiring calligraphy videos, it takes some good machine. And I've been researching, and this is not even the most expensive. I don't want the most expensive computer, but around $2,000 is a machine that would allow me to work properly and give you some good footage which you all enjoy. If you want to help me, guys, $1 or $2 will be really appreciated. PayPal button is in the description. So far 3 people have donated, and they've sent me much more than I've asked. Altogether they sent me $90, which is really cool. I'm really grateful for. Thanks to Gregory Davis, Jennifer Daves Robinson, and a member of Calligraphy Masters who asked to stay anonymous. Thank you guys for the support and the nice messages you wrote. I don't really need more than $1 or $2, guys, because the audience of Calligraphy Masters is quite huge, so even small amount of the people following us, if are sending $1 or $2, would be so easy and fast to collect the money. So if you are not able even to give $1 or $2, please like and share the video so people who can maybe will see it and donate. I appreciate a lot. Moving to the triangle, I'm not sure if you saw, but I didn't use any ruler here. I made the triangle and the guidelines freehand, and that's because sometimes it's really nice just to go random, like not be so perfectionist with precision of the guidelines and stuff like this. Just freehand what you feel, make some structure inside and fill it up with letters. You'll always find some beauty. Might be not at the moment you've done the calligram, but maybe after sitting some time later you'll find some beauty you didn't see before. And here is the final calligram for today. I was actually pretty happy with the result of the final calligram. I hope you enjoy it as well. It's the logo of YouTube. My favorite logo at the moment. I love YouTube. It allows us to come together to teach each other, to learn from each other. I love YouTube. So I think that's a proper ending of the video on how to make your own calligraphy calligrams. Here I put some more color into the watercolor, as you saw, and this made the reds really much better than earlier. I'm filling up the whole calligram with basically subscribe, and this is what you should do if you're watching and you haven't done it yet. Subscribe now. Somehow I was happy from the first time with this calligram. Unfortunately, after I stopped shooting the video, I tried to do some effects on it and I messed it up. So if I want this piece again, I have to recreate it. I was really happy with it. I think it's my favorite piece from today's video. Let me know what you think, guys. What's your favorite calligram from today's video? And I would like to see some of your calligrams, especially if you never done before this any. I would love to see what you've done with my tips and tricks. I don't know if I shared so much, but I hope it's useful and helpful for many of you. We're pretty much ending. So once the calligram is done, what I do is wait them to dry, and then I erase the guidelines with eraser. Simple as that. And usually, maybe 90% of the times, before I erase the pencil, I'm always like, not sure if it's really nice. But once the pencil is gone, that's when the beauty of the calligrams shows off. And you'll see what I mean. Yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Share with your friends and subscribe. Also, let me know some other shapes that you would like to see in future calligrams videos, something more advanced. I have some ideas for next shapes of calligrams that I'm gonna be showing you, but still I would like to see what you want to learn or see how it's made. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and bye.